to, like I said, I'm going to share with you how to do how to use a use state, the hooks. So this is the tutorial for it. So I'm still using the same project that we have. So to do that, we need to import the use state. We need to import use state, and then now we must have our use state inside our function. So every use state must only work inside a function. Just say use state, for example, and then we play our thing, and then we put it outside and see how it works. This, you see, React hook use state cannot be called at the top level. React hooks must be called in a React function component or a custom React hook function. So meaning that you cannot use it outside the function or inside a class. So meaning we must have your use state inside a class. So let's create the first hook here, and then I'm going to call it count, and then the count, and then set count. So we're going to have it like this, which is count, set count, equals to use state. So this variable here, count is the default value, and then we're going to use this function to update this variable. So your state can receive any variable, object, string, or whatever that you want. And then now this is how you can have it. And then now let's say the default value inside here is 7. And then we save and say let's go and display it here. I am default value. And then now we can call our what? Our count inside here. Then we save. See, it's saying what? I am a default value. So this is how you can achieve it. So but to update that, I am default value. Let's go and create a button here. Say button. We're going to create a function. Then we say click. Then we say function. Then change value, which is the name of the function. So change count value. So I created a function called change value. So it's going to what? It's going to update this one. So let's go now and say we create this function. This function, which is called change value. So we created that function change value. So you can see it's here. So here, this is the button change value. It does nothing. So we're going to what? To change this. But to change this, we need to use what? Set count. So I'm going to call the set count, and I'm going to give it a value. Let's say 10. Set count 10. So now we are changing this to 10 using what? The use count, the set count. So let's say this, you see it changes to 10. So we used it to set what? To this. You can do whatever that you want inside. You can pass as many things as you want. You can however you want to do it. So let's continue now. Move to using hooks with arrays. So let's go and say create a new item here. I'm gonna call it items, and then set items, just like that. Then this, I'm gonna say use state, and then now the default value here is set items. It's items. And then our item, we want it to initialize to what? As an array. We want this to be what? An array. So we can save this. We want to be what? This to be an array, and we want to use what? These set items to append new items inside the set and inside the items. So let's go and add a new button. I'm gonna copy a new button and say let's call it set item array, set item array, set items. So we want to have it like this, and then now let's create that function. You can see it's giving us an error, says set items is not defined, but we get rid of that. Set items items array. So this is how you can have it. Now we can get rid of that error. This is going to be set item, and then this is the set item button. So now let's go and say we want to set these items inside what? An array. To do that, we need to use the set items, because as I said, the default value is items, but to change those values inside the item array, we must use what? The set items. So we're going to say set items, then we open, then we set this bracket, then we use the spread operator to append the items, comma, then now inside here we can have your object. So the first object, I'm going to call it UID, which is items dot length, and then now we're going to have another one. I'm going to call it name, which I'm going to set it to I am item number, I am array number. Then we can have it here, say, let's do this and say with that, then we add what? Items dot length, and then now we are done with this. So now let's go and say we want to display this. So to display this, we all know to display an array we're going to use the map function. So I'm gonna have it inside here. I'm gonna say under here and say I, just like this, and then now we can have items dot map, and I'll call it element. Then just like that, then we can append those values that we need. And then now we want it to display which is element dot name, and then we can have a key here and say element dot UID. So now we save. So now we're going to have what? A list of items displayed when we do what? When we click this button. So this still works. And this you can see it's working very fine. So say hi, I am array number, hi, I am array number. So this is how you can do the hooks using the function, using the arrays, or using updating a single item or something like. You can do as many hooks as you want, but they must go out in line according to what I did here. So this is what I just wanted you to show you, how to use the use state and then the hooks. So first import, then create your hook, and then this is only used to update this default value, and then this is an array. This is how you declare your array, and then you use the spread the spread operator to append arrays inside here. So thank you so much. So next I'm going to do I think I'm gonna do data models or forms. Thank you so much.